report. Okay, put it here. All right, let's start. So today we are going to have a hands-on experience. So last meeting, I show you like very quickly, and I don't think that's the correct place to put the class that we created ourselves. So in here, I'm going to slowly show you how we can create a class, our own class, and then how to use it in our application. Now, last meeting, we have learned what is OOP and why OOP is important. We learned what is the difference between class and object. Class is the template. Class is like the specification. Object is the instance of a class. Okay, as I put on example last time, a class can be, for example, human. Human is a class, and the object of human is can be Jimmy, can be Catherine, can be Kenneth, can be Akis, and so on and so forth. Okay, now and there are four principles that includes the encapsulation, the reusability, and so on. Okay, data members. Data members simply variables that belongs to a class, and methods simply it's just methods that part of a class. Okay, and have you installed the UML, not UML, the designer, class designer in your Visual Studio?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. I think we're going to use that one, but not today, next week. Now in here, we're going to have a hands-on on creating a class, properties, methods, and use them in an application. All right. Now, there are two ways in creating class. There are two ways in creating class. First, when we create class with focus that this class will be used by many applications. For example, we create a circle class. The circle class is designed to be used by any other application, not just us, not just our application, but also we want to make it public so other people can use it. Okay, and with that in mind, in the first one, we build only class without application. So we focus on building a library. Okay, so library contains a class. A library contains a class. Once we convert our class into a library, then the library, and we compile into a library, the library can be used by other applications. Now, we are not going to focus on this one yet. That will be discussed after the mid-exam. Today, we are going to focus on the second one. In the second one, we focus on creating an application that is using a custom class, and therefore that classes is somewhat specific to satisfy our application requirement. So that class, additional class, belongs or is part of our application project. So we don't really expect it to be converted into library and used by other people. Although we can do that, but it's not designed to do that. We design the class to be part of our application project. Okay, that's what we are going to focus in this first half of this semester. Now, I hope you still remember this. In our previous case, we have three classes when we talk about OFO. And in here, we're going to focus on the yellow one, the OFO accounts. In this class, the OFO accounts class, that's the class name, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 data members. Name, phone number, OFO ID, PIN, OFO cache, and OFO points. All right, and these are the methods. Right now, yes. Now for this exercise, we only create this one. Okay, and then I will have you to work on an assignment to work on another project. All right, how we can do this? Okay, you can follow this one or you can follow my screen. All right, let me know if you have any question or I'm discussing things that are too fast. Right, I'm going to use the Visual Studio 2017. Okay, so first of all, as usual, just open new hang on, project. Let me put in my folder. Okay, you can also do this the same. This is a hands-on, so you should do the same. All right, follow the slide or my screen. Okay, slides. Week 1B. Oops, sorry. Folder. I'm going to name it week 1B 04. Okay. Make sure that you choose Windows Form App .NET Framework. Okay, not something else. Okay, make sure this is selected. Then just click OK. Easy. And then in here, just right click and choose Add, and then pick class. On your project, right click, Add, and then pick class. In here, you choose class diagram. Once you have installed it, then you should be able to have it in here. I haven't. It appears that I have not have it. Visual C# items with net file. Class diagram. Oh, I'm the one who have not done my homework. Okay, you guys keep going. I'm going to install my class diagram first. Let me just close this one, save it. Hopefully it's not too long. Visual Studio, installer. Yes. All right, let me just open the solution that I just created. Now, well, we move on. Now that I have the class diagram ready, you need to know about modifier. Okay, as you can see here, the modifier or the access, the modifier for each field. Where is the modifier? Access is the access. There are three options, well, actually many, but we only focus on three: private, the protected, and the public. Okay, private means these fields will only be available for this class only. Okay, this class only. If it's protected, it means this field can be accessed by this class and its children. We will learn about children later on. So for now, you can ignore this protected. So for now, what matters is private and public. Public, on the other hand, can be accessed by from outside this class, not only this class. So it depends. Generally, if we don't write anything, then C# will consider it as a private, because private is the general recommended modifier for a field in the class. But the class itself generally should be public, yet the field should be private. Okay, private. Now we need to create, after we create all, you need to create all fields, right? The name, phone number, OFO ID, and so on. Make sure you follow the naming convention there. So it starts with lowercase. I will tell you the reason later. Make sure you follow that. Yeah, no. This is not what I want. Right field. I want it name, private, type, string. Want to add another one. Phone number, string. Another one. IP. String. After over IP is pin, string. For cache, integer, for points, integer. Okay, so this is our fields. Everyone have all 6 fields now. All of them should be private. And make sure that it begins with small case. All good? Yes or no? You guys still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, once we finish with the fields, we proceed to the methods, which is the page number 13. Okay, now we need to create all methods. Make sure that you add method. Let's say I'm creating the top up method. For the methods, it begins with capital letters. Okay, so methods and properties begins with capital letters because all of them are methods basically. All right, make sure it's public, name is top up, and type is void. That's for the top up. Okay, as mentioned in the naming convention, the Pascal case is used, begins with uppercase and for each word. Okay, let's create the second one. Add method by. Okay. Now, if we look at this one, we just save it. Once we create the diagram, we can see from the inside the OFO counts.cs. This is the coding. This is automatically created for us. And this is according to what we draw in the diagram. So what we install class diagram is actually creating a graphical user interface to create the class. Jimmy, if I just create the class immediately, will that be all right? Yes, that's fine. Personally, I never use class diagram. I just create the class in here. But as things goes more complex, once you create too much classes, it helps to have the diagram because in here you can reflect all classes involved in this project and also relationship between classes. All right, for now, we just want to stress that the diagram that we create already reflected in the code. In here, we have 6 data member and 2 methods, the top up and the by. Also look in here, the notation for data member, which is private and should not be accessed from outside, is begins with a small case. Now, add properties. Once we create the data member like this one, it's easy to add properties. We can just block all of them. And we go here, generate properties. Hang on, generate properties. I think we can create properties for all data. Quick refactoring. Quick action refactoring. Why I cannot see the properties? Hang on. Generate equals. No, I don't want that. Control plus. Is your generate properties working? Oh, hang on. I don't want. I can't generate properties. Oh, okay, encapsulate fields. Sorry, my bad. This one and use properties. Okay. Have you reached to slide 20, everyone, where properties is created? Cannot, I guess, Kathleen.
Yes, already, sir.
Good. Next. As I explained last time, get means to get the value of the data member. Set is to change the value. Now, if we want to make a data member read only, we remove the what? The get or the set?
Set.
The set.
The set. Good. If we want to make a property as read only, we remove the set. If you want to make sure that the property is not read only, can only be set, for example, for the user password, then you can remove the get. All right. So it depends on what you need. Now, from this one, what do you think? What data members you think should be read only? First, what should be read only?
OFO cache and OFO points.
Good. So for OFO cache and for OFO points, we remove the set. Just remove this one. Okay, easy. Now, other thing, what should not be accessed from outside? It can be set but not read.
Pin.
Correct. So for pin, we remove the get. User can set, but user cannot read. Okay, good. That's on 24. Now, this is how it looks at the end. Okay, good. Now we can just build it. Should not be a problem. It's a simple class. Good. Now, use class in the application. Do you have to do all this? No, we can just download it from ULS. So go to ULS, download the interface that we make available for you. Hang on, this one. Just download somewhere. Folder. Let's just extract all. Okay, from inside, go to this one. Just copy the form one, CS Designer and ResX. Copy that, put in your project. Put it in your project. So this is my project. Okay, let me just close my application first. No. Hang on. They have the same thing. Let me try. Alternatively, you can copy and paste it inside, but let me try. See if it works. Hopefully it is. Yep, it is. So you could basically just replace if you want. So replace your form 1 with the form 1 from available in the ULS. Okay, so that you don't have to recreate all of this by yourself. All good?
Yes, sir.
Good. Catherine, you good? Agis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All of you finished the whole thing or what? No?
Not yet, sir.
Where are you now?
I'm still copying file from ULS.
Okay, let's wait. Let me know, Agis, when you're already in slide number 32 or you already have this interface in your screen.
Okay, sir.
Finish?
I already, yes.
Okay.
Sir, I
Yes,
have a
Kenneth.
problem.
Yep.
Can I see the form 1?
Form 1 what?
Can you double click the form?
Sure. Yep.
Okay, because it's open in the different tab, no, different window. So Visual Studio, it opened 2 Visual Studios.
Really?
Yeah, but I tried to wait.
You using 2017 or 2019?
2017, sir. I think I have to.
Just close all of them and open the solution again.
Yes.
That's probably why. When you replace the file, you should close the Visual Studio first.
Yes. Wait. I think you can continue, sir. Is it okay?
Yeah. Okay. Good. Now, how it should works. Okay. How it works. Now, as you can see in here in this interface, we have a panel for register account. So in here, we can specify the name, phone number, PIN, or for ID, and so on. When we click register, what we expect to do is, what do you think we should do? Not talking about technical coding, but what should you think we should do, should happen when we register account?
It is all register account appear in the display data.
Yes. So display data is displaying information regarding an account. So we need to press display data to display the current state of an account. What happened when we click register is we create an account. We open an account. Object-orientedly speaking, when we click register, we create an instance. We create an object of class account. Make sense? So that's what we want to do. How to do that? Okay. Now, before we have the account ready, of course, we don't have this top up and buy. We cannot top up, we cannot buy anything, right? That's just natural. Now, we can do that using coding, just like the codes told us, or we can just set the enable or disable it here. Okay, so by default, it should be disabled. So we can just find in here, just change it to false. The buy, just change it to false, right? It's okay if you prefer to do the coding, just like in slide 34. I prefer to change it from the GUI. I'm just too lazy to type. Now that's 34. Now, how the application works. Okay, now on slide 34, in here, in this application, we expect user to put in the name, phone number, PIN, and for ID. Of course, because PIN is a password, it is case sensitive, so we better mask it. So instead of displaying the actual character that the user put in, we want to mask it into some character. Normally, people use star. So in here, you can change the password character properties. And where are you? There you go. Password character properties in here. This is to indicate that, hey, whatever the user type in here, display star instead of the actual character that the user put in. I think it's already set for this text box. By default, the password character is empty. When it's empty, it will display the actual character that the user typed in. Now, what should we do? What should we do when people click register? So we define here. What should the code do when people press button register? As I mentioned before, meanings a user account is created. Okay, so we need to create the object. Now, the object should actually be declared class-wise, in a sense, as part of the form. So, put it simply, if we specify in here, let's say I specify A, then other method in this class will not be able to access this variable, right? Make sense? So for example, if I declare variable A in here, this method, although it's in the same class form1, I cannot just say messagebox.show, whoops, show A dot toString. I don't have A in here. A is not recognized. Dot show. See here, A is not recognized. How can we create a variable that can be accessed throughout the class? We put it in here. If we put the member in here, then all should be able to access it. So in here, I can just say A toString. Make sense? And because this object account, we need to access this object account throughout all methods in this class form, we need to create this object as a data member of class form1. So in here, first we declare, what is our class name? My class name is OFO accounts. OFO accounts, let's say user account. You can change it to whatever account. Oh, hang on. Wait.
Sir, I have a
need
problem.
to include. Yes.
Can I share my screen? It's a bit confusing.
Okay.
I mean,
okay. Yeah. Sure. Share your screen.
Also, this is what happened when this is my file. So I already copy it, but it's not like yours. It just appear like this. And when I try to open this one,
Mhm.
it open in the next window.
Okay, close it.
Close it.
Mhm.
And this one.
Yes, close that one too. Save it first.
Oh, is it yes?
Yes to all.
Wait,
Yeah,
yes
yeah,
to
yes,
all.
yes to all. Try.
Save.
No, yeah, save. And then open form one here. No, you don't need to close it. Try to open form one. No, there,
Oh,
there.
here.
Yes,
Oh yeah, it's already open. Okay, sir.
yes.
Thank you.
It's okay. All right, let me go back, share my screen.
So it's actually yes to all.
Okay, there's something wrong with my OFO account. CS is public. Yes. Now, using OFO dot, hang on. Basically, this is what we need, but this one is not found. Hang on. I think I know why. Namespace with 01 be awful. Okay. Right. I know what's the problem. So, because we copy this from other project, the namespace is different. So if you go to your OFO accounts, the namespace is what your project is currently have. So you need to copy and paste that one as the namespace of your form. Now we need to fix this one. Okay, just quickly generate initialize component for that one, and it should be fine now. Okay, now once we finish the namespace, we fix the namespace, we should now be able to create an object named user account of class OFO account. Or we can change it to my accounts if you don't want. If you want to be the same as the slide. Everyone okay with this one? Check on the namespace and then create this one. Make sure there's no error. Good? All good? Please respond. I'm lonely here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good. There's an error. What? All right. So this is probably because of the namespace. Yes. If there's an error, change the namespace in here too. Okay. That should do it. No. Right. What is the error? Okay. This is I remove. Form one already exists. Initialize. Okay. Form one CS. Methods property. Okay. Let's remove this one. And then run. Try to run. If there's an error, remove the, replace the namespace. Make sure it's the same with your namespace. Okay, mine is working now. What? No, it's not working. What? I messed up a lot of things, I think. Public class one. Okay, namespace. Properties. Default mode. Okay. Specification. Field. All right, hang on. It's not working. Can anyone run and then get the right screen?
I only get white form, sir.
Blank page, right?
Blank page, yeah.
Okay. That's a pain. It's because we start wrong. We should download first and then we add the class.
Oh, okay.
Let me just try this one for a bit, and then if it's not working, then we should do that one. Application.
Okay, sir.
Oh, there you go. I have a program. Hang on. Hmm. Hang on. Add new form. Sorry, my bad. We should not remove this one. Put this one back. And then you'll be fine. Cannot try that.
Still error, sir.
Okay, I will stop share. Show me yours. Share screen. Okay now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. From one, not on load, but on button register click. When we click, we want to initialize the my account. Currently, my account is just a variable that is declared, but it's not yet initialized. Okay, how to initialize to create a new account? Before we mentioned that every time we click register, we create an account. We name that as variable my account. So in here, we create, or it's called instantiate an OVO account object. How to do that? Simple. We can just say, hey, my account is a new OVO account. Sorry, with this one. Easy. Now we want to apply the user input to the corresponding properties of that account. So the name should be filled with the text box text name. So we say my account dot name. Remember, when we access dot name, we access the property, not the data member. Make sense? Text box name dot text. That's the text box name. This is the text box name. We go with the my account phone number. Look in here. This is a tool icon. This is a property. And I repeat again. Then on the right, it explains, oh, with this property, I can get and set. So we can set. It's fine. Text box. What? Phone number. Dot. What the? Text box phone number. Where's my phone number? Dot text. And then my account dot OVO ID. Text box OVO ID dot text. My account dot pin. Text box pin. Now, Jimmy, before we set the pin to display star, if I get the text box pin dot text, will I get the stars or will I get the user password? We will get the value, not the stars. Okay, there's no point of getting the stars. So the stars is just for display.
Sir.
Yes.
I have a problem with my text box name dot text, or maybe for all it got the error said cannot implicitly convert type string to integer.
Then you might want to check your class.
Oh.
check in your class is what's the type in here? The name is string,
Name.
phone number is
Okay,
string.
so we should change the field to string, the class to string.
Yes, that's based on your class definition. Remember, your class is the blueprints.
Okay, sir.
Now, I don't want to follow the slides immediately because I think for one button register, we simply create an account. Okay, and then because apply property value, and then after we apply property values, now that we have created the account, we need to enable the group box top up and the group box buy. Now enable panel for top up. And
Excuse me, sir.
yes, Agis.
I have a problem.
What is it?
It says OVO accounts does not contain a definition for name, phone number, and else.
Okay, hang on. Let me just finish this one. And then you can share your screen. So in here, we enable the panel for top up and buy. And that's it. That's all I want to do. Before I test, let me check on Agis and Kenneth. Okay, so in here, I create a new method, and the method is simply to display the current state of our account. And we call that display data automatically when we add a new user and when a user click on the button display. And especially for when we have a new account, I want to clear the list box. So I add this one. Box data dot items dot clear. Jimmy, why don't we put this inside function display data? Why can't we just put it here? Because if we put it here, every time user click display data, the items will be cleared. If that's what we want, then do so. If not, if we only want to clear the list every time we create a new account, then we should clear it only here, not in the method. Everyone understand and all good?
Can you scroll up, sir?
Scroll up.
Okay.
All good, Agis?
Yes, sir, I'm good. It works properly.
Kenneth, you good?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's move. Now, let's just confirm our current state. Currently, we can add a new account. ID 01, register, and it automatically display and enable the top up and buy. Okay. If we click display data again, it will display underneath. If we click again, it will display underneath. That's what we want. Okay. And if we intentionally clear the data, nothing happened here, but that's easy. Let's fix that. if we click that one, we just want to clear the items of the list box. Where is it? There. Easy peasy. Now, next. We want to do a top up. When we want to do a top up, we simply add the current button to call the top up account, the top up method. However, if we remember, in here, there's nothing. Okay, not implemented exception. This is basically nothing. Okay, so there's no magic in programming. If there's nothing here, it means nothing will happen. So we should make things happen. What do you think should happen when we do top up? Anyone?
The overcast increasing, sir.
Increase by how much?
The value that we input.
So the value that we input should be in. How do we know the value that we input? From the parameter.
Oh, okay.
Right. So let's go back to slide 27. In here, the top up should have a parameter, the amount, top up value. That's it. Okay. Now we want to add the offer cash. Okay. Plus, sorry, we cannot change. There's no property of a cache, so we need to use the data member immediately. Note the small case. That's why we want to be consistent. Small case at the beginning means we directly access the data member. We don't use the property. Why we don't use a property? Because overcache property don't have set. Okay. Now we change here plus what? Top up value. Make sense? Now,
Sir,
yes,
is that plus and equal?
plus and equal.
Okay.
Okay, plus and equal is the same with, okay, overcache equal to overcache plus top up value. Okay, these two lines are exactly the same. The top one is for the lazy person. The bottom one is for people who likes typing. I'm lazy. I just use plus equal. They're exactly the same.
Thank you, sir.
It's all right. Now, what should we do with the buy? Now, in here, let's say we want to apply here, these rules, as said in here. So if we buy items, okay, offer points will be 10% of the item price. Okay, but that only applies if we buy internet voucher. So in here, okay, when we buy things, one thing for sure is that we need to reduce the item price. How much is the item price? We put it on the parameter. Let's say string. Hang on. We check on something. Okay, we should start with small case. My bad. Parameter begin with small case. First, item type, comma, integer, item price. Okay. Now, one thing for sure, when we buy thing, we need to reduce our cash. Cash equals, sorry, minus equal to item price. OFO cash equals to OFO cash minus item price. This is what this statement is. And then we check for bonus points. Okay, we said if item type equal internet voucher, then we said OFO points, whoops, equals to OFO points integer 0.1 times item price. Okay, this is converting 0.1 plus times my item price to integer, because this is 10%, right? This is double times integer becomes a double. Because OFO points is also in integer, we need to convert it back to integer. We cannot apply double to integer directly. Now, don't forget, after we change our class, we need to build the solution again before we can use this one. Or we could, hang on, OFO Ctrl CS. No, we need to build the whole thing. So just build it. Okay, successful, then we can use it. Okay, so in here, first, we need to get the amount. The amount should be in integer, right? The amount should be in integer, because in top up accept integer parameter. So we create top up amount goes to integer dot parse. I hope you still remember about parsing. Text box nominal top up dot text. Good. Now that we have the top up amount, whoops, top up amount, we can just do my account dot top up and then put in the top up amount. That make sense? Now we want to add information that we have successfully top up the account, and display top up success confirmation. Let's say list box data dot items dot add. Okay, say top up amount dot toString has been, oops, has been added to your account. And then we display the current balance. Items.add your current balance now is plus my account dot OVO cash. All right. If you want to display the data, then call the display data. I think just this one is okay. We should check. Say name is Jimmy. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, A. Register. Currently, OVO cash is 0. I top up 10,000. To the top up, 10,000 has been added to your account. Your current balance is now 10,000. If I add 5,000, we should get 15,000. Okay. This is ugly. Let's just add a new space underneath. Okay. All right. Anyone has any problem until top up? Okay, we've done 40, 50, 40, 41, 42. We already done that. No problem. Now we just need to work on the buy. Anyone okay? Everyone okay? Agis, cannot?
Yes, sir.
You finish?
Yes.
Agis finish until
Yes,
top up?
sir.
All right.
Yes.
Let's move on to the buy. So when we buy, user need to pick which item they buy. Now we check on the items. If we look at the collection in here, we already have the two options given in here. Okay, electricity voucher and internet voucher. So we don't need to worry about that one. It's already given. So we can now focus what happened or what to do when people click button buy. Okay. Now remember that the buy action or buy method is accepting two parameters: the type, the product type, and also the value, the price. Now, therefore, first we need to get the integer version of the price. Integer.parse text box price text like this, right? You can have the variable to temporarily hold the item type, but I don't think that's necessary. If you want, you can do it. I will just go execute the myaccount.buy. The first thing is he wants to get the item type. Our item type is in the combo box item.text. This will be the selected item and price. Okay. Now we display buying confirmation. Display buy confirmation. List box. And this is important. Okay. This is an important user interaction, just like we discussed earlier. When we click something, when people click something, you should provide notification whether it's successful or error or what, because otherwise people will click again without knowing that it's actually already successful, right? That is not what we want. So in here, we want to display that confirmation. Items at price has been charged to your account to buy an, okay, in here I display combo box items the text again. Okay, good. And then I display the current state. I'm lazy, let me just copy and paste this one. Your current point, OFO points is now dot points. Okay, if you want to display the data, just call the display data method, and that should be it. Okay, let's try. Jimmy, phone number 1234, pin 1111, OFO ID ID1, register. Currently cash 0.0. I top up for 100,000. I top up, I have that one, and I buy electricity for 15,000. That means I have this one charge. I have 85,000 left. If I buy a voucher, I should have points added. Let's say 10,000 rupiah voucher. Okay, it's working. I simply need a space between so that it looks nicer. Okay, finish? Now, anyone finish? Everyone finish?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if we actually being assertive is it's not easy to believe and we want to check on details. There's a big flaws in this code. For example, just put this one, I register. Okay, the big flaws is that I can actually buy without having a cash. Well, let's see. See, that's not good at all, right? So what should we do? We're going to discuss that one next week. Basically, we need to do something with the what? What should we do?
Oh,
Anyone? Kenneth
we
or
should do
Agis?
about the overcaster.
The what?
Overcast.
Oh, for cash? Where?
I mean, we do some like a condition. I mean, if
Yes,
that overcast is not is
less than the price.
less than the price, it cannot buy.
Yes.
So
that's
yeah.
correct. But my next question is where we should put that condition.
Oh, on by maybe
Correct.
on the method by.
On the class.
Oh yeah, on the class. I mean.
Correct. Why we should put it here? Because if we put it here, then every object created of class OVO accounts will have that checking. If we check it in here, we could check it in here, right? We can put checking in here. Let's say I want to say if price is bigger than, whoops, price is bigger than my account dot OVO cash, then error in here, right? We can do it here, but this one only applies to this specific condition. If I have another object, let's say I have the second account, that will not have this checking. By putting the checking in here, then every OVO account object will definitely have that checking too. Okay, that's as far as I want to give you a hint, and we will discuss in details next week how we can generate error, how we can create a validation method to make sure that the data is actually correct, and that is actually why we need to use a class or an object instead of just creating a variable immediately. Okay, assignments. I'm sorry that I have to disturb your long weekend. All right, those who want to celebrate Valentine, you might want to do this one as soon as possible, maybe today, so you can do Valentine. Those who celebrate Chinese New Year, do this now, or maybe on Saturday, but this has to be done by Sunday, midnight, 23:00. Okay, as usual, I need you to screen capture your record your screen when you work. Okay, upload your screen recording on YouTube. What you need to submit: a zip file containing your folder solution and a link to your screen recording on YouTube. Now, what is the
Sir,
project about? Yes.
I have a question. Is it always YouTube? Can we just send it to your Google Drive like it always?
Git? Yes. It doesn't have to be YouTube. If you want to put it in your Git, just make sure you send me the link and make sure that your repository, either Git or Google Drive, is open for me.
Okay,
right?
sir.
Just use my Gmail stuff.
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's okay.
Okay, sir.
Now, follow this exercise. This is the specification. So you will need to create a time application. All right. A time composed of hour, minute, and second in this format, usually, right? Time can be converted to seconds and can be added with seconds. So 1 minute is 60 seconds. I'm sure you know that, right? Now you need to create that class. Follow the naming convention. You need to put your name as a prefix. And this one, the interface is given in ULS. You should already see it. Hang on. Where's the time interface? Let me just refresh. There you go. Here, this is time application. Okay, so just download this one. This is the time interface. All right, so that you don't have to recreate everything from scratch. Okay, and this is the marking guideline. So make sure that this one is working. Okay, so first you will need to create the class and don't repeat today's mistake. Download the time first, and then you create the class. Okay, you create the class. You can draw the class diagram first, or you can just create the new class immediately. It's up to you. All right. So in here, you can do set current time, or you can pick to add the current time in second. So once you create this one and you press go, the current time should change. And then you also display in seconds. This is conversion between the current time and in seconds. So for example, is 1 hour, that means seconds is what? 3,600? I think 60 times 60, right? 3,600. Okay, cool. And then you might want to add the current seconds. When you press go, it will update the current time and the seconds. Any question?
Sir, so if we choose the at the current time with second, that means the time will go faster by maybe like 5 seconds, or as
Mhm.
what we choose.
Not faster, it's simply added.
Okay.
So for example,
And
current time is 1 hour, 0 minutes, 0 second. If we add 10 seconds, it becomes 1 hour, 0 minutes, 0 second. Okay. Now, the tricky part is you cannot add, like, say this is 1 hour, 0 minutes, 0 second. If I add 100 seconds, okay, for those who confused, let me just open my Word. Okay, currently it's 01, 0 minutes, 0 second. If I add 100 seconds, what will happen? It becomes 01 hour. How
One.
many minutes? 1 minute and
40
40.
seconds.
40 seconds. Okay, you have to teach your computer how to do this. You need to think. Okay, you can use the time object. Google how to use time object, or you can just use a simple hour, minute, second data member and create the property. Okay, I believe that's what expected in here. I don't think you can cheat using the time. Okay, you cannot cheat using the time object. Sorry, mate. You have to create data member for hour, minute, and second, and then you have to add the corresponding, and then you need to think how this can be added with seconds. I think that's easy. That's a simple division should works. Okay, I'm sure you can think about it. What else? Catherine, you were asking something before? Sorry to interrupt.
yes, for the method, do we use two methods or only one?
What are the two methods you have in mind?
No, I mean there's a radio button. I think. I mean, like one radio button consists of one method, or the go button is the one method.
No. Go button is one method, but in Go, you check which one is selected. If the set current time is selected, then of course you need to call the set method for the current time. Okay, if this one is selected, then you of course you need to get the method for add seconds. Make sense?
And so both of them cannot be selected at the same time.
No, cannot.
Oh, okay.
This is option button. This is option button. Only one can be selected. And it's already set up like that. So you don't need to worry about that one. So it is automatically all radio button in a group, only one can be selected. If you select the other one, the other will be unselected. That's for sure. Okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
It's okay, you're welcome. And these are the marking guide. I'm sure you can have 100, all of you. It's easy. All right? If you understand what we discussed, you should be able to work on this one. If you don't understand, ask me. Okay? If it's about this topic, then I would prefer you to use the group chat that I will create now. Any other question? No?
No, sir.